I'm Teresa, and this is Celebration Elevation. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a tutorial making a spooky potion book for Halloween. And this project takes a little extra time because there's some steps where you're going to be waiting for things to dry in between, but it's a really fun project and I think you're going to enjoy it. So the materials we're going to use today are easy to find. You can find them on Amazon, and some of them you can find at Dollar Tree. So I will give a list of those materials, and then I will also have links to them below. The main thing you're going to need is a hardbound book. You can use any book. I have a blue hardbound notebook here, and it's just basically the pages in here are blank, so you could use anything. I originally bought at the thrift store, I bought a book and it was like something about genetics or something, but I was just buying it for the hardbound book, but it was kind of a bigger book than I wanted. So when I found that I had this notebook still at home that was a hardback, I decided to use that instead. So you can use absolutely anything you want, but just remember you're going to be kind of ruining the book, so don't use one of your favorites. So the materials you're also going to need are some Mod Podge, some craft foam sheets, just plain craft foam sheets, and I just got a pack of small ones. They're like I think 4x6 or 5x7s. The craft foam letters, scissors, some acrylic paint in black, silver, and then a glitter color, and I just chose glitter black. Some sponge paintbrushes, a piece of white tissue paper, a printed picture of skull and crossbones, and a piece of chalk. So the skull and crossbones I just got off of the internet, and I printed it out, and it printed out like an 8.5 by 11 size, so I just made a copy of it and shrunk it 50% so that it was the right size for my book. So that's what you're gonna need for this project. So here you can see I took a piece of chalk and I am just tracing the outside of the skull and crossbones. And then what we want to do is, after I finish, I'm making sort of a heavy coat of the chalk on here so I can transfer this onto the foam, the piece of craft foam. So once I finish tracing all of it, I'm going to turn it upside down over the piece of craft foam, and I'm just going to press it so that the chalk transfers over, and I'll be able to cut the shape out. And you don't have to use a skull and crossbones. You can use whatever sinister type of picture you want. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make the book say potions, but you could make it say spells, or you could make it say Hocus Pocus, anything you want that's in that same kind of theme. And then for your picture, you could use any kind of Halloween type of picture that goes with whatever book you're making. So here I am, I turned it over and I'm pressing it onto the piece of craft foam just to make sure that the chalk transfers over. And when I pick it up, it's kind of hard to see on here, but it's transferred well enough that it was not a problem for me to cut it out. So then I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out. And this craft foam is actually, it's sticky on both sides. It has that like waxed paper covering both sides of it, but you can take the sticky part off of it, and then that's how you will stick it to the cover of the book. So you'll see that in just a second. Okay, so now you can see I'm finished cutting it out, and so I'm just gonna line them up in the center of the book. Actually, I'm gonna make sure I have enough room to put the letters over the top of it. So I'm gonna pull out the letters for potions. And then the skull and crossbones will go underneath the letters. So I have the letters out, and now I'm gonna stick everything to the book. So I'm taking off one side of the paper that's making it not stick to everything, the wax paper stuff. So I'm taking it off, and so now I have the skull and crossbones. It's going to be sticky on both sides, so it's sticking to the book, but the side also that's facing up is sticky as well. And the reason it is because I didn't want to leave that like shiny slick paper on there, because I didn't think that other things would stick to the top of it as well. So it's fine that it's just sticky. The letters, however, just have the paper on the bottom. So I'm just pulling off the back of the sticker paper on the letters and just sticking those directly onto the book. And then the top of them is just foam. It doesn't feel sticky at all. And then you don't need to have the letters going on perfect. Like, I purposely am just sort of putting them on there, not straight. And it doesn't matter that I'm gonna sort of squish the last ones together at the end, because it's supposed to be like this really old potions book, and obviously it wasn't. It's not supposed to be in good shape. So it adds to the motif. And also, it doesn't matter what colors these are, because you're going to paint the whole thing black. So it doesn't matter that they're in different colors. So there it says potions. Now I got it all on there. And now I'm going to take Mod Podge and I'm going to coat everything with the Mod Podge. And I'm just pouring this into a plastic bowl that I got, like a pack of 5 of them at the dollar store. So it's nice because I can just use that. I can use this foam brush that I got at the dollar store, and then I can throw that all away when I'm done. So now that's the piece of white tissue paper. So you just want to take it and crumple it all up, and then just tear it into smaller pieces, and you're going to put the Mod Podge on the book, and you're going to put the crumpled pieces of tissue paper over the Mod Podge so it sticks to the book. And what it's going to do is sort of give it a texture of almost like an old leathered look when you're finished with all of it. So it doesn't matter how you put it on there. You don't want it to go on neatly. You just want to make sure when you're putting the Mod Podge on right now, I'm working to make sure I get it all over all of it, in all the nooks and crannies of the letters, to make sure it's in everywhere so that the tissue paper will stick to all the surfaces. So you can see I'm just doing a pretty good coat of the Mod Podge on here. I want it to make sure that the tissue paper sticks really well. And then after I get it all on there, I'm just doing the front to show you right now, but I will do it all the way around to the back as well. So now I'm taking the crushed up tissue paper and I'm just going to basically coat the whole book with the tissue paper as well. and I'm kind of pushing it in around the letters. And it doesn't matter if some of the tissue paper gets kind of doubled up. If it's a little thicker in certain places, that's fine. It kind of adds to it, so that's perfectly fine. And I'm just making sure I get it pushed down really good around the letters and around all of the foam. And then I'm going to do another coating of the Mod Podge over the tissue paper and the book again. And like I said, I'm just showing you the front of it so that you don't have to watch me do all of it. We'll fast forward through part of it. But I just want you to get a good look at how you get the full effect of the tissue paper on there. And then I'm just taking my fingers and just smushing it down, like I said, really good around the pieces of foam, and so that it's also pretty flat against the cover of the book itself, pushing any air bubbles out. And if it rips, it rips. It doesn't matter, that's fine. Okay, so I finished doing the entire book front and back with the Mod Podge and the tissue. And now I'm taking the black, and then I let it dry. I actually hit it with the hair dryer so it would dry a little faster because I was getting impatient. So now it's all dry, and I'm taking the acrylic paint, the black acrylic paint, and I'm just going to make sure I get all of it really good coating on the cover front and back with the black paint. So with this, you want to also make sure you get in between all the letters, make sure that you're getting all of it really completely coated with the black paint. And you can see how I have the book sitting there so that I can get to both sides of it, but I don't have to wait for one side to dry. So there you can see the book completely black, and I'm putting some silver paint on the paper plate right there. Now I'm just getting another foam paintbrush, and I'm getting paint on it, and now I'm wiping off the excess paint, and I'm just gonna hit the book, and you see how it brings out like the letters, and it brings out the crinkles in the tissue paper, and it looks really, really good. And it's gonna, same with the skull and the crossbones, but I want to wipe off the excess so that so I'm not like just painting another coat of paint right over the black paint. It's not like I want to paint it silver now. I just want to get the highlights. So anything that's sticking up, I want to get with the silver paint. And obviously I let the black paint dry before I started this step. So that's what I meant at the beginning. It takes a little while because you have to let the different steps dry in between, but you can do what I did, and I just used the hair dryer on cool, and it sped up the process too. And then this is the glitter paint. I guess it was a silver glitter paint. And with this, it doesn't really give much color. It's just giving a little shimmer. So I'm just trying to hit a little bit of the letters, and then I'll do a little bit on the skull and crossbones, and a little on the spine of the book, and just a few other places. I don't want to cover it in glitter, but it just gives a really cool effect to have some of it with the shimmer on it. And then you can make several of these books. You can make one that says spells, one that says potions, put them kind of out. Like I'm going to have these out at my Halloween party just as decorations. And I think they look so cool, and it was an easy project and it was a fun project. So I hope you guys enjoy it too. And you can kind of see the little shimmer, and now I'll just do a little bit on the back too. But that's it. It was really easy, and I hope you guys liked this. If you did, I hope you will hit the like button, and if you're liking the content on my videos, please hit subscribe. I would love to get some more subscribers to my YouTube channel, and then you can see all these videos when they come out. And also you can check out my blog on my website, which is www.celebrationelevation.com. And the blogs are posted twice a week, Mondays and Thursdays, and my videos come out on Fridays. So that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed watching this. I'm just getting a little bit more of the glitter there. I think I didn't have enough of it out, but it is basically finished, and I will have some more Halloween projects coming out too. I think the next one I'm doing is some luminaries, which will be really pretty. So luminaries, and then there's also going to be some black vases with some black spray painted flowers glued to them, and those will look pretty cool with some candle wax dripping down. So be watching for that. Also, go on my website and sign up for my newsletter, and I do kind of give you dates of things coming up so you can see what you might be interested in and watch on those days and read the blogs on those days. So take care and have a great week, and I hope you celebrate something fun this week. Thanks. Bye.